Hello? Hello, hello? Beady Boy, still alive and well. How are you? Yuletide greetings coming up. It's December the 18th, a week before Christmas. Thought I'd better put in a plug for our white race. We're still here. We're fighting back. Some places for our very survival. We've got the great example of Hungary and Poland showing us the proper way for Western civilization to behave. Dr. William L. Pierce years ago predicted implosion. Western civilization will collapse. Revitalization will then come after the collapse. Well, we see it around us, don't we, in various ways, shapes and forms. Families are being forced to love each other again. They're being squeezed together instead of spending half their lives in booze cans and restaurants, actually being forced to spend time together. Baby boom may come forward. What kind of political analysis are you going to deliver today, John Beattie, on behalf of the British People's League, friends of the British People's League? Because the British People's League, we don't have membership. Oh no, we just have friends. And dare we say we even use that forbidden, nasty enemy camp called Facebook. You can put things on Facebook to get the message across without being banned. How are you today? December 18th, 2020. No script prepared. I just realized that I've got to get on the tube to wish my friends Merry, Happy Yuletide, Merry Christmas, whatever turns you on at this spiritual time of the year when we think of family and friends. As I say every year, if you're alone and isolated, try and think of the good memories that you have. Try and get through December 25th as best you can. I suppose we all get moods of depression, but don't let it get the best of you. Seniors have got the best excuse for depression. Golden years, my foot hanging on. The miracle of modern medicine keeping us going. I don't get into the virus thing. It's too complicated for this boy. All I can say is the positive coming out of it is that families are forced together. Well, when you get married and have a child, isn't the idea to be a family? That's what you create a family for. So enjoy your family during this crisis around the globe. Crisis won't last forever. You'll be saying down the road, remember when we had to wear the mask? I'm not in favor of the mask. I'm not in favor of getting shot either. See what happens when you don't have a script. But the usual folks, if I don't get on air, when the spur hits me, I just won't do it. We're up to 163 subscriptions. We lost 2 and we gained 1. The old motherland, the UK. Well, some on YouTube have, I don't know, withdrawn or temporarily withdrawn. I promote on Facebook to those friends who are worthy of being friends. From the UK, I promote the old National Front. They're doing Zoom. As I say, Zoom isn't for me. I'm not good at mixing opinions. Like a mentor, Dr. William Pierce. I like to give my own opinions uninterrupted. But the National Front, the old-timers hanging on, they have a Zoom meeting every Sunday. And they don't have any splash or razzmatazz in the background. As you can look around me, I don't either. But they do cover the history of the National Front and the history of the grooming gangs in the United Kingdom, etc. With Richard Edmonds and 2 or 3 other old-timers who've been through the mill. They're worth listening to. I post it every week on my Facebook, John Beattie Facebook. America, well, it's collapsing. Or has it already collapsed? Worse off than other countries. Although, it's hard to say. If Brexit comes through in the UK, it's a fresh beginning. But America, say, but, wow. Well, the fighting will be drawn in the open now. Full-scale battle. American patriots, American white patriots are just not going to put up with the crap that's going on there. Now, people who are on these YouTube channels, white patriot channels, pretty well know the score. But many are fighting back. Patriot Gus Stephanus, S-T-E-F-A-N-I-S, out of metropolitan Toronto fringes, he's really fighting back, putting up terrific exposés on his own blog page. So check out Gus. And as I've said before, those in the Facebook circle are good friends. Some don't post because of their jobs or whatever they want to protect. Well, hey, you got to eat. What do I predict for the new year? Well, I pretty well just said it. Brexit's going to do wonders for Britain. Is it going to stop the mass immigration from Africa? Well, time will tell on that, but I'm optimistic things are going to be good for Britain. I suppose the only thing good for America is that the battle lines are clearly being drawn wide open. Patriot Front, that's another group in the States that's fighting back. Memory of our ancestors. As always, League of the South. Amron. We've all got our favorite outlets. On the plus side, things are moving forward. Because America, the battle will be in the open instead of frustrating individuals taking the law into their own hands. Now it's going to be people like the Oath Keepers and others taking a strong stand for Western civilization, with Hungary and Poland as a fine example. Some of the outlets for white patriotism have excellent points, but then they kill their good points with stupidity. And I call it stupidity to dwell on the Second World War. It doesn't help anybody. Sure, there's the occasional points have to be brought up. The unfairness of both sides during a war is hell. But listen, patriots, we got a war for Western civilization right now, the year 2020. This isn't 1940. This isn't 1945. 2021 coming up. If I can stay optimistic, you can stay optimistic. And again, those of you who are on their own during this festive season, don't get depressed. You've got your buddies, your white patriot buddies, do keep in touch. And, well, I don't even like to slip any negativity, but just in case things go haywire, make sure you have the email address for your closest contacts. So if things do go negative on YouTube or Facebook, at least you got the email address for contacts. Ours, of course, is britishcanada@gmail.com. britishcanada@gmail.com. Now, I don't like to name specific shows, broadcasts for criticism, but don't overkill a request for donations. Yes, those who have been doxxed and exposed and are on the front lines, who need support, fine and dandy. But don't overdo it. Get your point across and leave it at that. Don't whine and shrill, and you know what I'm getting at. And looking at the time, I get off the air, then I probably wish I'd said more. Well, we're doing fine. A year ago, I think a year ago I was a bit more pessimistic about my personal health, but I'm realizing that this shaky thing, it's not progressing to my detriment. As one old buddy put it, so you got the shakes, big deal. Well, at least I don't have the pain. I do want to thank those of you who have encouraged me to hang in and keep my chin up, and those who have helped in more ways than one. You know who you are. I know who you are. But hey, if you have good references for contacts, then do a friend request to yours truly. The Facebook address is John Beatty YouTube. You can find the rest from there. I'm scanning the little brain here. Again, I want to wish those of you who can be cheerful, be cheerful. Yuletide season. The beginning of the light. It will be the beginning of the light. I, for one, even though British People's League is my life, where did that come from? British history and ancestry way back, the ancient Druids. The ancient Vikings had their share. They landed in the British Isles, didn't they? I like to think of the Viking blood that's going to be required to restore America. Hint, hint, hint. One Christian identity fellow shoved it at me. What are you going to worship a ship? Well, yours truly, John Beatty, let's put it this way. Rather than worship the history in the Middle East, as so many of you happily do, and you fight for your strong belief, I believe in God with all my heart, body, and soul. But many others have many other attachments. But the spirit of the Vikings is what keeps me going, knowing that down the road the strength of the Vikings shall return, and we will become victorious once again, working with our Christian brothers, our Christian sisters. So let's go forward into the new year. Go forward into 2021 with your chin up and your shoulders back. If I can do it, you can do it. What was that old song? Or did I just make it up when I was an arrogant teenager? Anything you can do, we can do better. Anything you can do, I can do better. It's not really, Johnny boy. Well, you get the spirit. If I can be in good spirits, so can you be in good spirits. So we'll probably talk at you. Not probably. We will talk at you in the new year. Thanks for subscribing. Enjoy the season. whether it's worshiping Christ, remembering the Vikings, Yuletide circles with family, in the limited amount that I had to look away. When I look away, that's because I can't look you in the eye, that the governments have placed upon us. Our turn will come, and it's not that far away. Goodbye for now. God save the Queen.